Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Random Vlogging! Wow. I sucked on my lower lip, and now it's just completely covered in drool. That's attractive. Judy, how in the world is it that you're single? That's why. And a whole list of other reasons. Hi, everybody. I am losing my fight, my current battle with depression. End of story. Well, depression and anxiety. Those of you that don't know, I have a therapist that I go to. I specifically started going to this therapist because I have a repressed memory that I can't deal with right now, and if it surfaces, because it's been I had an incident last summer where it surfaced and messed me up majorly, and that's not healthy. And for someone that spends so much of their time alone, that's dangerous. Because if it surfaces at a bad time and there's no one around to kind of check up on me, I may try to kill myself because it's that intense. So that's why I'm going to this therapist. I made a video a little while back where I mentioned that my therapist and I both agree that my current state of affairs, it would be unhealthy for me to try and confront this memory with the other things that are going on in my life. My home life right now is full of a lot of emotional abuse, and that combined with anxiety and depression and a bunch of other things, as well as really bad shit going on that even a perfectly healthy person would have trouble dealing with, has just made it that the idea of me confronting this potentially very damaging memory that my brain decided is just too messed up for me to even deal with, could cause me to have a psychotic break. It could cause me to attempt self-harm. So my therapist and I both kind of agree for right now, we're not going to focus on that. We're going to just focus on kind of getting me through this particular period in my life. And as of right now, it's not going well. By any definition, it's going very, very poorly. When I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I'm losing my battle with depression and anxiety, what I meant specifically is with my depression and anxiety, my goal is not to allow it to run my life. I don't make my decisions based on whether or not I'm worried it will flare my depression or anxiety. They don't get to choose my life. I do. However, I do take precautions every now and then for things that I know would just be a bad idea. I very rarely drink. I'm actually drinking more now than I have in a while, because I found the wonders of hard root beer. So good. And by drinking more now than I have, it means I have one hard root beer every other night, every 3 nights or something like that. So it's not like I'm drinking to self-medicate or anything like that. I don't drink because alcohol itself is a depressant, and giving a depressant to someone with depression is a bad idea in general. Now, I do know there are a lot of people out there that have depression that drink and are completely fine with it. I don't want to take that risk. Especially since I also have a history of alcoholism going back like 3 or 4 generations in my family. So it's a stacked deck that I'm not going to play with. But every so often I will have a drink, and now that I found a drink that I actually enjoy, I'm having a little bit more often. But beyond that, I don't drink. Or when I do, it's very, very occasionally, and it's generally only one drink in an entire day. Um, so those are the kind of things I do. It's not that I will never drink because my depression won't let me drink. No, I don't drink because I have an addictive personality, and it's very possible I could become addicted to alcohol. Uh, and It's not something that's a really big deal in my life. My father's a recovered alcoholic. We never had alcohol in the house until I got old enough to cook. And then we only had enough alcohol in the house so I could cook with it. Um, so, yeah, so that's kind of what I mean by I don't let my depression kind of dictate what I do. However, I do make certain precautions just because they're smart. As of right now, that's kind of been thrown out of the window. My depression and anxiety are ruling my life. Um, and To be blunt, that's not the worst thing in the world for me right now. The main focus of almost everything I do right now is what can I do to fight off my depression or my anxiety long enough to get to the next thing, to get to the next day, to get through the next hour. Like, that is my entire focus because of how horrendous my life has become. Which really sucks because in, what, 3 days, it's my birthday. And yet, some of the worst things that have happened in my life are happening right now. We found out a few days ago that, according to just kind of looking at the way my father's mental state has degraded, within anywhere between about 1 to 3 years, his dementia will have uh, completely kind of run its course. They didn't really go into specifics about whether he'd be just a pure vegetable at that point, or um, if he just wouldn't know who I am or who he is anymore. Uh, but the fact of the matter is, in 3 years, uh, I'm not going to have a dad. He's going to be gone. And I mean, I'll be 30, 31 when that happens. And more likely than not, uh, because of my current living situation, I will have to sit and watch him slowly fade away. So, yeah, life is really, really hard. And my entire focus right now is just living and surviving. Um, and it's never been like this before for me. I mean, I've had bad stuff. I've been suicidal, and it's never been like this. This is soul crushing. This is just horrendous. Um, so yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update on everything that's going on. Um, I'm not currently suicidal or anything like that, so you guys don't got to worry about me doing anything stupid. And I have an amazing, wonderful support network that if I do get to the point where I don't think I can go on, uh, they can help me get through it. But right now, my entire focus is on survival. It's one of the reasons why updates to the channel have been so bizarre and sporadic. Um, yeah, it's intense right now, and I'm having a really, really hard time dealing with it. So yeah, that's my uplifting message for the day. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that I've kind of given up trying to have a normal life while I kind of get through the worst of this stuff. And there's a very good chance that within the next couple of months here, I will be out of the survival phase and I will be able to start doing things again. Um, Especially since it's warming up. I live in Wisconsin, so up until like 2 days ago, like we had snow 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. Um, so now that it's warm again, I can start working out again, which is incredibly good for depression and anxiety and a bunch of other things. Um, and hopefully, and the fact that the sun technically comes out a little bit more. For whatever reason, Wisconsin has just become overcast majorly all the time. Like we traded climates with England or something, but um, yeah. So I mean, there's a very good chance within the next couple of months I'll be out of survival phase. But for right now, this is my life, and it really, really ungodly sucks. Um, so if you notice that again, videos like this, I may stop making them. I may make shit tons of them and just annoy the fuck out of you guys. I don't know. I'm going to do whatever I think is going to help me get to the next moment or the next day, whatever it takes to keep me alive. So, anyway, that's all for me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the first episode of Tyranny of Dragons on my Twitch channel. All right? Bye bye!